All right, hello. I am so fucking excited to create this video because I'm 24 years old as of the making of this video. I have struggled so long. I don't anymore. In the past, I've struggled so long with overthinking, second guessing, doubting myself, fucking perfectionism. The list goes on and on and on. And this is a topic I am so fucking passionate about. I'm literally like, I have so much energy right now. I feel like my girlfriend Nesty says this all the time. I'm playfully poking at her. I just can't. I feel like I actually can't right now. I've never said that. But all right, let's get into the video. We're going to talk about the hidden benefit of being an overthinker. And once you unlock this benefit of being, so to speak, being an overthinker, you're going to see how big of a fucking blessing in disguise it is. Your life story, you as an overthinker. And I'm so fucking excited to share this with you because if someone shared this with me, even fucking 2 years ago, it would have completely changed how I saw the world and how I saw myself, and I would have felt so much more grateful to be me. So my hope, my knowing, is that if this video aligns with you, it's going to completely fucking change your life. I mean that. So let's get into that. Here is the benefit of being an overthinker. I'm going to tell you right away, and then we'll get into the details. You have so much fucking mental energy. It's just unfocused. Like, I want to say this again because it's so fucking true. You see how much energy I have here. It didn't come from nowhere, so to speak. You have so much mental energy to do whatever you want to do it with. Wait, is that mixing? No, it's a little. I'm going to say it one more time. You have so much fucking mental energy. That's crazy. It's just unfocused. And so, obviously, in this video, I'm also going to show you how you can channel all that mental energy. I already made a video that's pretty much the answer to this question, but I do want to explain it in this video in shorter explanation. If you want to go watch it under the video, the other video, I'll what's it called? I'll tag it. I'll card it. That's what YouTube calls it. I'll card it at the end of this video. But let's stay here. Let's talk about it right now. Here's how you can channel it. Questions. So much as overthinkers, we have so much energy. As perfectionists, we have such a tendency to look at the details. When we realize that it's like our mind is hyperactive, or at minimum very active. I'll say active. We have an active mind. When you realize that an active mind is a blessing in disguise, because with an active mind, you have extra mental power to apply it to things. You realize that, oh, if I put this extra mental power into the things I want to put it into, holy fucking shit, is that going to create amazing results for me and for others. So I want to show you how to do that, and I'm going to show you how to do that right here, right now, with the power of questions. Let's say, I'm going to ask you one question right now. What is one or two things you want in your life? Just one or two. I have an intuitive feeling like 7 or 8 popped up for you, because 7 or 8 popped up for me as just visuals in my mind's eye. See, you already have the extra mental, what's the word I'm looking for? Energy. Now, the problem is we either go do these things and then we get distracted or overthink them or second guess them or perfectionize them and then feel like shit because they're not as perfect as we think they should be. Or, as I said, we second guess them and then stop or sabotage ourselves. Or the perfectionist comes before we even start. The overthinker comes before we even start. The second guesser comes before we even start and we don't start. Or it's a very slow start. Or a third scenario. You see the power of overthinking here? It's like all these different things. I know how to channel it now, so I'm going to show you. Or the third scenario, where is we take a little bit of progress, we stop. We take a little bit of progress, we stop. Rather than just, bam, right through, follow through. The reason why we do that is ultimately, at the end of the day, our imagination is running us. So I want to ask you a real question. Who runs your imagination? The answer is simple. It's you. Now I want to ask you a different question. What runs your imagination? You know the who, which is you. Sometimes you forget it, which is why you overthink, second guess yourself, and doubt yourself. But what runs your imagination? Imagine you're a builder and you're building a house and you need a tool, a hammer, let's say, to build the house. Whatever tool you need doesn't matter. You just need some kind of tool. What is the tool you need? It's one tool. There is actually a right answer here. Questions. Questions, 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 questions. Questions are the what that run your imagination. So I don't want to get into it too much because I made a video on it. I'm going to card it, as I said at the end of this video. I want to just tell you briefly about it. If you can ask yourself better questions, especially as an overthinker, you have so much potential, and the questions will help you apply that potential that you are and that you have to ultimately building and experiencing and living a much, much, much better life. Here's an example, a practical example of what I mean. I'll take myself when I was in college. I was in a fraternity in college. Every now and then we'd have parties, and I remember before these parties, I'd ask myself like very disempowering questions. Like, what if they, I remember this so strongly, what if they make fun of my dancing? What if, what's another question? That was a main one, because I wanted to dance so badly, but I was so in my head about it, and I was overthinking it. What if they think I'm ugly? I remember, like, feeling so insecure about my looks. So insecure. I was walking, oh my God. I want to tell you this. This is, I don't know if I've ever publicly told anyone this. I remember when I was in seventh grade, I think. I was sleepover at my friend's house, and we were boys being boys, and we were on FaceTime with our friends who were girls. We were asking these girls, like, what is one quality of us that, like, is not attractive or that you don't like? Not a good question to ask, especially as a developing boy who feels a lot of insecurities already. I remember they didn't, like, they said to me, they were like, Michael, you don't have any. And I remember I felt like they were lying, but I also wanted to believe it so badly. And I remember I left the room to go to the bathroom and came back, and I'm not going to say their names, but my old guy friends at the time put them on mute, and they looked at me and they told me, and it was about my lips. They were like, Michael has too big of lips. Like, they're ugly, essentially. I remember thinking how, like, ashamed and unattractive and ugly I felt. And I just felt like I literally remember feeling my reality just sunk, crashed, poof, exploded. And that insecurity stayed with me for a long, long, long time. Way too fucking long. And so translate that into college times, I can remember walking down the streets at Boston University, which is where I went to college for a couple of years, literally going like this with my lips. It was such a blessing when we had to wear masks, because I didn't have to think about my lips. And I just remember, like, that was the nail in the coffin for me when I knew something was wrong. And it took, what's that, like 8 years, 9 years to get there? 7, 6, however many years to get there. And I mentioned that story and that scenario because I was focused and I was asking myself this one question subconsciously, repetitively, over and over and over again. What if they make fun of my lips? What if my lips are ugly? What if they think I'm ugly because of my lips? Over and over and over again. And I lived with that feeling, that anxiety, for however many fucking years. I'm just going to say it was like 6, 7 years. Somewhere, about 6 or 7 years. Because I was asking myself the same question, same disempowering question, again and again and again. So I want you to think for yourself. You don't necessarily need to find these insecurities. Whatever insecurities you have, you either know them or if they're unconscious still, there's probably a couple in both categories. Just think about the question you're asking yourself that's creating that insecurity for you. And also, let's not stay there. Let's think about a better question that will create that fucking excitement, that empowering belief, that empowering feeling. I went from, let's say, what if they think my lips are ugly? Because I was asking myself that question, to now I don't think about my lips. In that way, at least. I think about, what can I tell these people, whoever it is, my girlfriend, my family, my friends, myself, little Michael, blah, 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 that will help them. Huge shift in focus, right? It's not about me anymore. I want to also say this, side note, when you make your life about you in a disempowering way, that's when you're going to suffer. What do they think about me? What will they think about this? Very, I'm not going to use the word selfish, but very self-centered, unhealthily self-centered questions. Instead, flip it. How much can I give to these people? What is the best thing that will happen? How can I empower this person? How can I help this person? Whoever this person is for you. How can I help myself? What if I can help this person today? What are the beautiful, empowering, happy surprises life will bring me today? Two very different questions. The power of questions is real. And I know I said it's not a disempowering story, it's actually very empowering, but I want to leave you with an empowering example. And then you can go watch a questions video if it aligns with you. Here's an important, empowering question you can ask yourself that has always worked for me. Actually, frankly, I'm going to change a little bit. What am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? What am I excited about? Two empowering questions that have worked for me, that have taken that overthinking brain and changed it with repetition of asking myself those questions into this super, hyper, loving and excited and focused brain, experiencing gratitude and excitement. You're not a victim to overthinking. It's actually the biggest blessing in disguise you have, because you have so much mental energy. Take that mental energy and channel it somewhere productive by asking yourself better questions. So the last thing I'll say is think about your goals. Your 1 to 2 to 30 fucking thousand goals. How many goals you have. And start asking yourself empowering questions about those goals. Let's say you have a goal of writing a book. I've used this example a lot. What if writing this book is the funnest thing I ever do? Until that day. What if writing this book helps so many people? Rather than, what if they don't like my book? What if you are the light of the world, a city set upon a hill, that is here to guide others, that is here to show them that they can go from overthinking to confident, and that you are the example? How amazing about yourself would you feel if others looked to you and said, wow, she did that, I can do it too? You would feel very grateful about who you are, where you've come from, and what you're doing for others. Empowering questions are a gift to the overthinker. And the overthinker is a gift to the world because they have so much mental energy that when used correct, when channeled correctly, is a blessing for all. You are a blessing for all. That is the end of the video, my friend. Card the question video right now. Maybe I carded it earlier, I don't know. Have an amazing, amazing, amazing day. Implement this as much as you can over and over and over and over again, and watch how your life transforms, because it's so beautiful. I'll speak with you soon. Peace.